When morning comes, the phrase just trips off our tongue. We say, wakey, wakey, rise and shine. Or at least I say wakey, wakey. Some people say I'm weird for saying wakey. Do you say wakey, wakey? I always say wakey, wakey, rise and shine. That's my thing. Maybe that wasn't in your household, but probably in your household you said rise and shine. But that bit of the saying is weird too, isn't it? Rise and shine. Because we're not just exhorting the sleeper to notice or respond to the sun, we're actually telling them to be the sun. Or at least to be like the sun. See, the sun rises, we rise. The sun shines, we shine. Or at least we're supposed to if we take this saying seriously. You and I are meant to be miniature suns. To understand how and why, let's go back to the source of the saying, Isaiah chapter 60, verses 1 to 3. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. See, darkness covers the earth, and thick darkness is over the peoples, but the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn. Amazing, really. In verse 1, the people rise and shine, but in verse 2, we learn that their rising and shining springs from no power of their own. We live in thick darkness. It is not of our nature to shine, not naturally. It's the Lord who rises and shines. But then in verse 3, we see that we, the people, we now have a light and we now have a rising that we can call our own. And then who do we rise and shine upon? Well, the nations. So we've got a picture here. We rise and shine because the Lord rises and shines. And just as he rises and shines on us, so we rise and shine on the world. Appropriately enough, the shining of the Lord is an outgoing brilliance that doesn't just terminate on us, his people, but once we receive it, then we start to glow. Then we start to radiate out to the nations. We pass it on. We should note that in Isaiah, neither rising nor shining comes naturally to God's people. In fact, the book is an extended wake-up call to Jerusalem, to Zion. 4 times prior to Isaiah chapter 60, the prophet says to Jerusalem, awake. Usually he repeats it, awake, 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 O Zion. Darkness is our natural habitat. We're naturally sleepy. We are naturally gloomy. As Isaiah 9 famously puts it, we live in a land of deep darkness. We are treading through the valley of the shadow of death. We are asleep. And the glory of the Lord, Emmanuel, the Messiah, he is an otherworldly light. In Isaiah 42, he's described as the servant, the great light for the nations, the light for the Gentiles, the Messiah. He is a sun who rises to transform us, gloomy sleepers, into shining stars. So then, in the morning, just as you let the sun, the S-U-N, rise and shine upon you to brighten your face and to give you warmth, let Christ, the Son, the S-O-N, let him rise and shine upon you to give you hope and peace. Know his glory, chasing away every shadow, and his love as free as the sunshine. Then, see if you don't shine yourself, and the world will be drawn to your brightness. In other words, rise and shine.